guys, today I'm gonna make a new recipe and it's called black and white baked beans. So I'll show you how we make this, pretty easy. Let me tilt this down so you can see what I'm doing. So I have got here 1 can of black beans and 1 can of white beans, and I have just drained them and rinsed them in the Pampered Chef colander. So I'm just gonna dump this all into my batter bowl. I love this large or classic batter bowl, as it's called. It's so awesome to just mix things in. So basically we're just gonna mix all the ingredients together and then bake these puppies. So I forgot one ingredient, which is ketchup. Let me bring that over. So we're gonna start with a 1/4 cup of ketchup. Oh yeah, it's at the bottom of my bottle here. Let's get that all the way full, because that's what's gonna give it its moisture. So we'll get that ketchup in there. All right, 1/4 cup of ketchup. We're gonna put 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. 2 tablespoons, and I'm gonna pack it really full. Give that extra sweetness. Okay, we're gonna do 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. Okay, apple cider vinegar will give it a nice little tang. Then we're gonna do 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. Okay. This stuff gives it that umami flavor. You've heard that term. It's kind of that, you got sweet, savory, spicy, and then there's like a flavor that's really hard to describe, and that's what umami is. So I'm putting in some honey, but do you guys know the trick to honey? If you take a little bit of a cooking spray, spray your spoon, the honey won't stick to it, and you could slide it right out a lot easier. Okay, so I think that's it for the stuff I'm putting for tablespoons worth. Let me stir that just a smidge. Get that brown sugar incorporated in there. Okay, so then also we're gonna put a fresh clove of garlic. So I've got the garlic press with the Pampered Chef garlic press. You don't have to peel your garlic, so just stick the whole clove in there. This is a really big clove, so I'm gonna push hard, and all that goodness comes out. And see, there's just like the skin left. And then there's a piece that got stuck up here. We'll get that in there. Scrape off the little bottom part. Get all that goodness in there. So 1 clove of garlic. And then I have this seasoning mix. And the seasoning mix consists of some garlic powder, onion powder, smoked paprika, and some cayenne pepper. So you can put a little more or less. I can give the actual measurements in the post, but I'm gonna mix all that in as well. It's gonna give it a lot of extra flavor and a little bit of a kick. The smoked paprika gives it that smoky flavor, but also this bacon that I have is gonna give it some smoky flavor too. So the recipe called for 2 thick cut pieces of bacon, and I only have regular bacon, so I'm gonna put 4 in, and it said 1-inch pieces. So this is the salad chopper. Okay, it's dual bladed, but it's good for other stuff too. So I'm gonna just use it to kind of cut this bacon up and chop it into pieces. I've never used it on bacon before, so actually it doesn't seem to work very well. I really thought it would, but it does not. It works good on cooked meats. Like I've done it on chicken and pork and even beef. but apparently it doesn't do really well on raw meat. So let's just use a knife and chop this up here into chunks. And then we're gonna incorporate this in. There's a lot of fat on this bacon here, but that's kind of what you want because that fat's gonna help give it some flavor. Okay. All right. Couple more chunks. And we're probably good to go. So let's dump that all in there. Don't want to miss any of that. And then let me stir this in. So basically this is gonna bake in the oven at 350 degrees for, I believe it's 30 minutes. So I'll put the timing in the post as well. I am actually just using, I'm gonna bake it in my Rock Crock pan. So this is the Rock Crock Everyday pan. It's kind of a shallow pan. So we'll just put all that goodness in there. And we're gonna even that out. And then basically we're just gonna cover that up. Looks pretty good already, right? We're gonna cover that up, bake it, and then I will show you when it comes out of the oven. Thanks, see ya.